My name is Brian Kaplan, and I'm going to give you a tour of the 2007 Winnebago Sprinter. So I want to start with the driver's door first. And when you fill the Sprinter, takes diesel. And so I always open the door up on the gas tank, but you can only do that with the door open. And then I close the door and I fill it right here, okay? So that's just one little thing to take note of. On the inside, where you drive, the driver's position, this is pretty much the same as driving any other vehicle. Remember, it's only 23 feet, so it's pretty easy to drive around. I think of it as just a big minivan. Anyway, it has a backup camera that comes on automatically. If you want to have it run while you're driving, just push the power button right here and it'll stay on while you're driving. It also, on the shifter, it has a plus minus on drive. You can go this way and downshift if you're climbing a hill, or make sure you're all the way in drive by going to the right. It shows door locks, AC is labeled, has a Bluetooth radio so you can tune in for that and pair in. Also, this seat right here will spin around. There's a lever on the far side there. You lift it up and this seat will spin all the way around to give more seating inside. Let's go around the outside here, but pretty much this is all the same as driving, like I said, a normal car. Let me close this and we'll come around and take a look at the rest of it. We're gonna go from the inside to the outside and I'll show you any details there. Something to note here, the stairs didn't come out because I have them turned off right now. So I wanted to keep the stairs out right now. But here we come inside the RV. You can turn the switch right here and the lights come on. You don't need to turn the switch up here because if you keep it here, then the light will turn on by this switch. There's another one right here for this ceiling, as well as some back there. Now, starting with this area right here, inside this little box here is the blackout screen, so you can put that over your window and have privacy while you're camped out. That's there. This is sleeping for above, and this is a nice skylight that will black out as well by pulling this shade across, or you can have the bug screen come across. It also opens up as well by pushing this and lifts up like that. I'll put the blackout right now. So that is the bed right here. There's a TV right here on this side, and that only takes DVDs. And there's also a solar charger. It just tells you there's a solar panel on the roof. It just tells you it's charging the batteries that are down here. All the controls for the TV are right here. You can play the stereo from this point right here. It has auxiliary input and it has cables so you can plug in from your iPhone. As I said before, the step, if I turn it on, when I close the door, the steps will retract. If I leave it off, the steps will stay out while I'm camping. Something to note. It also has what's called an inverter, and that button is right here. When you turn that on, you can get 110 while you're parked or driving. So it changes 12 volts to 110 volts for plugging in any kind of device up to 3,000 watts. And that's handy because if you don't want to turn on the generator, you can just plug right into this. There's also under counter lighting below here, under counter lighting on the dinette right here. This dinette turns into a bed, and so all I have to do is just lift this up, fold the leg in, and this drops into a slot right here where you can see the slot. So you lift it out of the compartment, it'll lift up and drop into these slots right here, pull the cushions across, and you've got an extra bed right here. Then moving back, this is the sink right here, and we have silverware, utensils, pots and pans. There's a gas stove. It has a lighter right here to light the burners, a fan light. This is a combination convection microwave, so you can do like oven type heating as well as microwave heating. This is the control panel right here. Some things to note: this is the levels test. Right now you can see the fresh water is full, the LP gas is full, the battery is fully charged, and the black and gray water tanks are empty. This goes on if you want to get hot water. It's your gas water heater. I'm going to turn it off right now, but it would fire up in about 5 or 10 minutes. You would have hot water. If you're plugged in, use the 110 heater. Okay, and here's where you start the generator, and you can hear that start up. Now when you see that, you can see the microwave actually turns on now at this point. So that's running. If you need to run the AC or the microwave by itself, you can turn on the generator. But again, you can also plug the microwave into the inverter with an extension cord too without having to turn the generator on. Then if you want to extend the side out, right now we have the side out open to give us extra room, but obviously you can't drive that way. So there's a button up here, but the parking brake must be on. I have a label right there to extend that. So retracting it is just coming in and going out is this way. But again, the parking brake, just make sure everything is clear when you retract it. No brooms or anything else is in the way. Okay, moving our way back, the refrigerator. I'm gonna turn that on right here, and a green light will come on like that. It's running off gas. If it's plugged into AC, it'll run off AC. So it's a variable source. It does that automatically. I just leave it on medium for cooling. Okay, then here's the bathroom. And then if you can come back here and take a look at the thermostat right here. Here's where you turn on, if I wanted gas heat, I would turn on to gas heat. There's electric heat, there's cooling, and all this would work whether you're driving or not. The only thing that doesn't work is without the generator on is cooling. Okay, so that doesn't work unless you have the generator turned on. And then we have the toilet and shower, which is back here. You can get about 6 to 8 military showers from this. And military in the sense of turning this valve to the off while you're soaping up, turn it back on, and you'll be all set with that. Of course, this shower door pulls across and locks from the inside. Okay? And the toilet works with a foot pedal right here that turns it, that flushes all that here. All right, I think we're done showing you the inside. We're going to go outside quickly and show. There is a closet here for your for clothes and whatnot as well. Let's go outside. There is a compartment right here that unlocks, and this slides out. There's like a cooler in here that's going to open up. Just make sure you close these. There is a plug out here if you're plugged in and you want some plugs out there. There's a compartment right here as well. And I usually leave chairs and tables and whatnot in here, or luggage if you have that as well. On the back, there's a drop-down ladder if necessary to get to the roof. I have a bike rack if necessary. Come around this way. This area is where you dump the tanks and add water. So if I was to add water here, there's a hose in here, a little water hose. What I would do is I'd unscrew this right here. I'd pull this little adapter out, screw this in right here, and I'd turn this to tank fill. You can see that knob right here. It says tank fill, and I would hook up my hose right to this. Okay. If I wanted city water, I would put this on normal, plug it into my city water wherever my hookup is, and just leave this on, but I turn the water pump off for that. It also has a little outside shower right here. If I'm dumping, that's a different procedure. And if you're dumping, I'm not going to take you through the whole thing, but what you do is if you come under here, there's a cap that you remove right here, and then you take the end of this and the end of this, and this would go in the dump. This would hook up right here. What you always start with is when you dump, you pull your black waste first, you let it time to drain out, and then open your gray waste second. The gray waste will flush out any of the black water, and then just close them back down when everything's drained out, and clean out your hose, and then fold up your hose like this. It fits nicely right in here. And that would be a quick worse than dumping your gray and black water. All right, one last thing I want to show you is the electrical compartment right here. And this is always to be plugged in, so leave this plugged in unless you unplug it to plug into your source. There's about 20 feet of extension, but you would put this adapter if necessary. Some campgrounds use this same type of configuration, or you just plug this in and plug it into an extension cord. This is about 20 feet, but when you put this back, make sure to put this right back in here, because otherwise, if you don't put that in, when you run the generator, it will not power the coach. So you gotta make sure to keep this plugged in, otherwise you'll notice that when the generator runs, it won't power anything. I think that, there is propane fill under here, you can see. Since I have the side out right now, you can see that yellow nozzle. You just pull into a gas station, they'll take care of everything, but they basically take that nozzle off, it folds up right out here, and they would fill that up for a propane refill. All right, well, thanks for watching me, and enjoy your trip.